noble spirit. Will you spare a coin this time? Thank you, kind one.
Move along.
Legion's greetings. I have been informed about your heroics on the beach. Were that I had been there to partake in the battle. But my duties lie here, sworn as I am to protect Lady Esmeralda from the rabble that would enforce summary justice on her, even though she is, until proven guilty, wholly innocent. I am Septimus, seventh son in a household of 9, legionnaires all. Me and 2 brothers of mine were assigned to Sicile from day 1. Alas, both of them have long since fallen in battle against the dead. But never shall I lose heart. Long as a single legionnaire stands, all of us remain undefeated in the eyes of the gods. So fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of Rivellon, my friend. And I have traveled more extensively than migratory birds do. She stands accused of murder, but in my steadfast will I guard her. Never will I waver unless absolute proof of her culpability should be brought before me. And I hope Jake's murder is, in a word, a tragedy. He was well loved in all of Sicile. The Council of 7 couldn't have wished for a better ambassador. That he of all people should have braved the undead siege for so long, only to be felled by foul sorcery, is heartrending. And what questions are those? I hold by the belief that this place is cursed. First, the undead, who are getting more vicious by the day, mind. Then the orcs, who don't seem to understand when a war's been lost. Something about this place seems to inspire the worst in those savages. I've fought orcs crazed with blood liquor, withstood assaults by ogres wielding clubs made of human bones and teeth. I've braved the poisonous spear tips of goblins aplenty. But never did I know fear until I'd faced the undead. Not a pleasant thing for a legionnaire to feel.
My, what a strong and handsome officer you are, kind Septimus. You must have fought many a battle, am I right? In fact, I bet you're a real war hero.
Oh, I'm no hero, Esmeralda Davis. I'm just doing my duty, for the Legion.
Well, you certainly are my hero. The rock upon which I may rest my weary soul in these trying and troubled times.
Never fear, my lady. As long as I'm around, no hair on your haloed head shall be harmed.
Lords above, grant me patience. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Here because you think I killed my husband. How many times do I need to state and restate my complete innocence in the matter? I am Esmeralda, wife of Jake, and now, alas, his widow. Poor man. We were both so young when we married. He so rich and I so poor. But his one and only princess, just this. Like I told just about every legionnaire in town, I don't know anything about poor Jake's murder. I want his killer found and tried, but everyone suspects me of this evil deed. And you're no different, are you? So what happened? Some of them tittle-tattling crab chasers down the pub call me a murderous gold digger and you believe them? These insinuations truly go beyond the pale. Oh, I think I'm getting one of my head. Starstone? I've never heard of such a thing. Dear Jake had a mineral collection, yes. As far as I knew, it was one of his pastimes, nothing more. Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Something that may have gotten him into trouble? Oh, this is all too much. I feel like I'm drifting from nightmare into nightmare. Well, what do you want to know? Well, there are certainly some, interesting creatures running around these days. Orcs are only the tip of the brutish ice. I've heard that once they're animated, the undead feel all the rage and violence their living counterparts have.
It's about her innocence.
We'll need to look for evidence if we want to prove she actually did the evil deed.
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. Assure me, dear Septimus, that you haven't been fighting those awful orcs. I can't bear to imagine something would happen. The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth.
Leave me be, I have a job to... Lucky find!
Never fear, lady. As long as I'm around, no hair on your haloed head shall be harmed.
Assure me, dear Septimus, that you haven't been fighting those awful orcs. I can't bear to imagine something would happen to you.
Oh, but don't you worry, lady. We Legionnaires are highly trained soldiers who fear neither hawk nor deer.
Oh, but what if you were to be ambushed, caught unawares? Oh, catch me, for I might faint.
Under lock and key.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy
Esmeralda
and
has
pictures you've
interesting
become.
taste in literature.
On the battlefield?
I suppose so. But seeing that I'm neither married, engaged, I've never bothered.
My, what a The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. Listen, if you're going to accuse me of something, you had better find the evidence to back up your ridiculous claims. Oh, that horrid tome of ill repute. It isn't mine, it was Jake's. He was a politician, don't you see? Always on the lookout for plotting rivals. Always trying to be one step ahead. Really, I should have thought a source hunter of all people would appreciate my dear husband's sense for survival. Starstone? Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Well, what do you want to know?
Legion's greetings, Hunter. So fair a lady I have steadfast will I. You claim to possess evidence that implicates Lady Esmeralda. So it was Jake's? Of course. He read it so as to outfox lurking assassins. Alas that it failed him. Alas that it is now used to slander his grieving. I am Septimus, seventh son in a household of 9. Legion. And what questions are those?
Leave me be, I have a job to do.
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleep.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entorture you. Let us see if you can choose the
A source hunter will always receive a warm welcome at...
A source hunter will...
A source hunter? Oh, what a sight for sore Sicilian eyes. Me? I live alone here in town. Used to be that my younger brother Tom and I were practically joined at the hip, but that's all changed now. Oh, he's always been something of a rascal, calling his petty hooliganism adventuring and endlessly worrying my poor mind. Oh, but of course, I've always loved that scamp to bits. For my part, I encouraged him to join the Legion. Even got him sparring with Captain Aureus now and then. But then those blasted Fabulous Five came into town. That band of... I don't even know what to call them. Well, they're his heroes, and I simply couldn't prevent him from going to see them. That one meeting was all it took for Tom to run off with them on some mission to God knows where.
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer? My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my elf? What elf? Oh, myself. Oh, what? Oh, you mean Cecile. Very difficult times indeed. As though the death of Jake, and by source magic no less, weren't enough. We're also facing all sorts of brutish intruders. The undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while the orcs are making a habit of savaging our beaches. That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religious sect or cult or some such, sticking its tendrils into the innocent, seven-fearing folks of Cecile. And, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a magic relic I rather foolishly sought. What now? Oh, you're speaking gibber. Ah, you mean the Staff of Pergamon. Yes, yes. I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the cargo was this very powerful, very rare staff. I managed to place the order through means somewhat, atypical to a government official. Cecil proved an old fool, though, for the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone missing. I fear it may have fallen into the wrong hands, and I wonder if you could retrieve it for me. His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Cecile harbor. You can talk to him if you think it'd help, but I'd quite like to avoid getting the Legion involved, if you don't mind. The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden, but I was desperate to do something to aid the townsfolk against the undead. Jake, murdered? Oh, yes. Yes, now I recall. Indeed, I could hardly believe it myself. The Council and I have certainly had our differences over the years, but old squabbles evaporate under such circumstances. Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. In fact, the Legion have taken her into protective custody to keep her safe from the mob. As you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between her and the Duke of Ferrol was always a bit, suggestive. But I've never had cause to suspect her of violence. Still, one never knows for sure. An all-right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Cecile is to spend a night or two at the King Crab Inn with Mrs. Counselor. What? The undead? Yes, for the past 2 years those blasted skeletons have all but suffocated this city. With all but one trade route overrun, Cecile's once torrential commerce has slowed to a pathetic trickle. Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you long ago, Source Hunter. But I suppose if If you really don't know, I'd be remiss if I didn't at least explain the bit. Ah, you see, when a lady and a fellow find each other rather nice, well, rather more than nice, they occasionally... well, they... Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. I can't be bothered to chat all day about the birds and the bees when that depends. What kind of berries are you interested in, exactly? Ah, the library. Yes, yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Sicil. Would you like to have a look? I'll escort you upstairs myself. Marvelous. Follow me, then. What? Oh, yes. This library is the jewel in Sicil's crown. The beacon of culture and learning in our fair city.
Is there no new book to be discovered in this
Victoria has every volume you could possibly imagine. And she's got every speck of information about this place packed into her brilliant brain.
No, this is...
Yes. Victoria's come a long way from that little bundle of claws and teeth I adopted so long ago. Ah, it brings a tear to my eye just seeing her here among her beloved books. What? Oh, yes, yes. I'll be on my way back downstairs now. Please introduce yourself. I know Victoria will be happy to make your acquaintance.
Demonium. I know it by heart.
Volume 1, Volume 2. But where's the third
You say
one?
you will take me under your wing. But I see no feathers. Are you a child of the birds, as I am of the bears? And so the lonely babe was fed upon the wild mother's milk, and cast aside from humankind, he thrived among his mother's ilk. So says the saga of Threes, the wise godwolf Amira raised the child Threes among her litter. So you see, I have good company. Threes the wolfson, and I the bear daughter. In truth, this is a relief. Your world is made with rules I have not yet memorized. I am happy to have a friend in such a place.
Omnes autem mali demonis quam.
What? What is this? Who are you to interrupt my musings?
By Naga the Protector, they have the manners of boors, these boatmen of Sicil. Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I was mistaken, for you hardly resemble the local fisherfolk, which, incidentally, is a compliment of copious dimensions indeed. No, a source hunter, that is what you are. Yes, a stalker of sorcery, a chaser of charms pernicious. In truth, I cannot go so far as to say it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, for I take no pleasure in the company of man. But why? Simply because you hunt source, and I, Jehan, hunt demons. You are aware, of course, that quite often both of these pests frequent the same shadowy pools of infamy. Now, I hate what I hunt, but I respect its cunning. Should I not, I'd have been decimated, body and soul, long since. This is a sentiment I'm quite certain you must recognize. Let there be strength in cunning, yes, but also in numbers. The calculus of wizardry I offer you, the might of the magician's mastermind. On one condition, that on our joint travels we will never deal with demonic entities, no matter how tempting their propositions. Give me your...
Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Rack! Mayhem.
Very well. There will be no deals with demons.
Agreed. Nothing good ever came from bargaining.
Most gratifying. I see you are firm of purpose, and thereby ready to descend. Descend into the madness that is sorcery, into the depths where demons dance. Gladly shall I follow you into the abyss. Onward, blood and triumph await.
In the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Geta Hal. Be well. I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amun-Hor, dear Cecil was among the gathered crowd. He raised me like I was his own. This kindest of souls taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hold is yours to peruse and even take with you. Hello again, adventurer. I hope you wiped those muddy boots on your way. Oh, he's always been something of a rascal. Calling his petty hooliganism. For my part, I encouraged him. That band of... Kajdinar. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Teleron will have to pay yet another fine.
Meow.
Ah, cats.
Meow.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Gorman batter.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Sightseal is abuzz about. The talk of the town. No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot, so I may tell you all about a most intriguing opportunity indeed. Mendius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what has first been broken? I saved lives, to be sure, but today I changed them. Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better, to become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each...
Yellow and green, the finest veggies Sightseal's ever seen.
Of course I do. How could someone in my profession not?
Quite right.
See here. You and I share the same passion. I never doubted it for a moment. The thrill of walking the unbeaten path. The rush of finding yourself in a goblin ambush. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier. Now,
Well, I can't say that I haven't.
Yes, some extra...
Indeed. Indeed, gold is always welcome. And among the fabulous five, gold flows as freely as water does to the sea. Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, What is life without variety? Without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Get it while it's free!
It's better to lead than to follow. That much is true.
Better to be served.
Well spoken. Well said indeed. Life's too short to spend it doing someone else's bidding, am I right? Of course I am. And I could help you attain the dream. And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab. So that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the Fabulous Five. The invitation to join is yours. Grab it. Ah, the Fabulous Five. How I enjoy simply saying the words that describe the most illustrious and celebrated adventurers' guild in Riverlong. Our mission, to better the world. Our mantra, to better ourselves as we do so. To realize our dreams and cleanse our souls. You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of course. What a gem of a question. Straight as an arrow. Sharp as a switchblade. Now then, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship. To join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. The title of Knight is bestowed upon you the moment you sign our waiver, and so it all begins. I shall be the one to give you your first contracts, and once the job is done, I shall... Of course, should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the Fabulous Five, and thereby draw new knights into our fellowship, you will get a share. By now, the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart. It has, hasn't it? But did I say fellowship? I mean family. For like a family, we support one another, cheer one another, see each other through thick and thin, partake in glory and defeat. Work hard, fulfill contracts, enlist new knights, and swiftly shall you rise through the ranks. You will better yourself. You will better Riverlong. You will make the stars shine all the brighter. And you'll get fabulously wealthy in the process. What's not to like? Of course, of course, of course. All you need to do is sign this waiver, and just like that, snap! You're part of the family. All I need is your lovely little autograph.
There's as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Join a guild, better the world, earn a lot of gold. Yes, count me in.
And me. May all the riches in the world be ours.
Marvelous. Magnificent. Oh, but what am I saying? Fabulous is the word. You may not realize it yet, but your fortunes, your very life is about to change for the better. So let us not dilly-dally. To business. Your first assignment is ready and waiting if you're ready and willing. Who? Tom? Doesn't ring a bell. Oh, hold on. Yes, of course, Tom. One of our most recent additions to the Fellowship. Brave kid. Smart as a tack. Oh, it's a pretty straightforward task, this one. Now, in this town dwells a wizard. Ahu is his name, and he's a frightful eccentric. Scientific type, you know the kind. Favors reason over faith and all that. Not Fabulous Five material, him. His experimental weapons may keep a couple of skeletons away from the city, but many of his other researches failed, malfunctioned with tragic consequences. One of them was a big lumbering apparatus. A frightful automaton shaped like a giant made of steel. It was supposed to crush the undead by the dozens, piloted as it was by a trained legionnaire. But you can guess what happened. Did it become sentient? Was it cursed? Whatever the cause, the thing relieved itself of its pilot and headed north towards a network of caves. Now ask yourself, what if it comes back? Luckily, there are those in this world who belong to the Fabulous Five. The braves who eat such monstrosities for breakfast. Go, my... What more is there to... They call the undead a problem.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
Lay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
So you're just joining around again, are you? Waiting for one.
I'll tell you to leave me be, you old bat.
Oh, you think you can speak that way to a... Well, suffice to say it, I've got my eye on you, Baron.
I am a duke, potato-eating pet.
Back, demon! Back, or I'll... Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you lummox. 1,000 pardons, comrade. This old bear... I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain Wartruce my regards next time you see him. You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths with you Westies all that often, but it's always a pleasure when we do.
When you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Medora's the name. Retired, or so the Order keeps trying to tell me, but never out of commission. My hand to your cause and my sword at your side. Heavens hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. See, I'm here on, well, let's call it a loan from a town to the north of here. Hunter's Edge by name. There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run-of-the-mill savages either. The ones who... What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say. But it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns in their suitcases and a knee-knocking fear of ever crossing paths with a sauce hunter again. I came south seeking the Legion's help, only to find it tied here in Sicile. They don't have a spare soldier by the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounding up villagers when one of them activated a tripwire on our village wizard's property. Fortunately for me, that particular wizard has a penchant for things that go... I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip and flee toward... Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped my shoulder just now. I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. And the way I see it, you could use reinforcements. I've been scouting Sicile for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the Counselor. With our minds and swords intact. But it seems you've got all the help you need, haven't you? More's the pity. We could have beheaded 100 more than I'd hoped, comrade. I don't know what in tarnation's gotten into the townsfolk here, but there's enough dark magic running roughshod to topple a small mountain. There's Mayor Cecil's doings for one, and the mysteries of our master Thalron for another. And on top of it all, the feline menace is lurking at every hearth and shadow. You mean you don't already know, comrade? Their kind can see... Now, don't get me wrong. I think the mayor... But from what I've heard whispered around the docks, the old guy's gotten himself mixed up. I suspect an illegal source, artifact, or substance is at the root of it. Fella seems like a humble doctor, but I bet my sword he's dealing... A loose-lipped fishmonger let slip that she'd seen our good doctor scale the... Hardly the habit of an innocent
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for I am the Duke of Ferrell. Though I suppose... Yes, she and I have a history. That's hardly a secret anymore. I quite doubt it was even as easy as it would be to pin suspicions on Esmeralda or I assure you that the affair with Jake and Esmeralda had no great affection for each other. He had his interests, she had hers, and it's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the Counselor and I were anything near allies, but I truly never wish the man harm.
Around the inn, are you? Waiting
A
for
source
what?
hunter. I'd like to report some dark magic. Only tainted hearts could tip us. I think I'm one of the last folks to hear him alive. That awful scream has been ringing in my ears though that's the question, isn't it? What exactly did happen? I was washing up and nudging the last of the lushes out of the door when a cloaked woman rushed in right lucky for the perpetrators, I was rinsing bottles in the back. Been at the King Crab nearly 10 years now, personally. See...
What have we here? A source hunter, tall as an elf, strong as an orc. But your face, and my word, what passion burns from your eyes. Please forgive my being forward, but I have. For nearly a lifetime, it seems. I believe I have found that component, that body. Yes, you must join. I am Anna. I've cut 1,000 throats and baked 1,000 bread rolls. When the day comes that I die, the gods I contain multitudes, you see. But then, so you've joined up. I can finally offer you our finest adventuring. But you must be thrilled to find yourself a member of a team so widely renowned for its valor and skill. I hear you've been tasked with taking out that crazed robot in the Northern Cave. Oh, darling, that was so long ago now. Who can remember who said what after all this time? What matters is the here and now. And in this moment, I promise to give you the best deals on adventuring equipment you'll find in all Sicile. Well, you are a member of the eminent, fabulous...
Sorry, I've run out of signed handkerchiefs. An Alistair keyring, maybe.
Oh, my good man. I'll tell you, it sure does me good to... Hunter's greetings. So, have you changed your mind about venturing forth? You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cry. Medora's the name. Retired. Well, heavens haunted. See, I'm here on... There's been an attack. What they want. I came south seeking the Legion's head.
Zimbladorix! That me? You mean you don't recognize me? Yes, that is strange. Oh, you'll find out.
A source hunter. I'd like to
Pointless chatter with strangers does. So you've wrangled a position. How curious of you to show interest in a lonesome... You've been sent after Ahu's insane rope.
They say he's privy to ancient...
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can't open this door for anyone who hasn't received Captain Aureus' explicit approval. Greetings, so not exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed off is a waltz through the... Please do keep shouting like me.
It's official. The Duke of Ferrol is the worst poet in Rivellon.
In his defense, not much rhymes with murder.
And so we meet yet
Everything
another.
we do seems to fortify your abilities.
A Wolverine would have a more forgiving fuse.
I suppose your example has inspired me to reach heights I'd never before envisioned.
That inspiration hardly flows one way, my friend. Looking good.
He's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
It's you. Just the person to answer a question.
Ho, my good man. Drink, if you please.
Please do keep shouting in my ear.
Hearty welcome to the King Crab Inn, and a pleasure to have you. Mind if we keep our voices down over that sensitive... That room where it happened, it was rented to a certain woman, though I regret to say I can't say exactly who. She came heavily cloaked, but paid the full sum in advance. I was used to such transactions. I saw one other figure go into the room that night. Someone tall, built broad like a man, but I was startled awake by a horrendous hubbub shortly after midnight. By the time I burst into that room, it was horribly silent. Whoever done it has escaped through the window, but I saw nary a soul when I looked out. You can bet I... Councillor Jake, that poor man. I knew too much about his affairs, you know. Never Esmeralda's longest-standing lover has the audacity to remain lodged at this very inn, you know. The name's Ivad. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I've been offering the... All you see before you is the manifest... Well, between you and me, things have been rather slow.
Drink, you please.
Please do keep shouting in my ear.
I'm telling you, a necromancer must be at work. Leave me be, I've a job.
Greetings, greetings. Oh, you are most well that I am. I have spent more of my life on the road travelling alongside... You wouldn't believe some of the things I... Oh, but let us not discuss. Let us browse and barter.
You there! Cut it out!
Cecile, now that's a sad story. Elegant...
Fortune,
He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane.
Fresh haddock! Moving for Briar! My, what a strong and handsome officer you are, kind Septimus. You must have fought many a battle. The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. So, what piece of irrefutable evidence are you about to... Oh, don't put stock in the hastily scribbled words of a lovelorn fool! This letter, it was a show of passion. A poorly worded passion I did not echo in the least.
Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.